You're standing alone on Wiseman's View after midnight. The air is ice cold. The wind suddenly dies. An unnatural silence falls over the gorge. Then, from the black void below, a single reddish glow begins to rise. Slow, deliberate. It doesn't flicker like fire. It pulses like a heartbeat in the darkness. Your mouth goes dry. Your heart starts hammering against your ribs. You tell yourself it's nothing, but then it starts moving. Not away, straight toward you. Your blood runs cold as it gets closer, closer, until it's hovering just feet away, and you feel it, looking right back at you. Hey everyone, welcome back to Unexplained Encounters, where we dive deep into the stories that science can't explain and most people are afraid to talk about. Tonight, we're not just talking about the Brown Mountain lights. We're hearing directly from real people who stood in the dark and had the lights come for them. These aren't legends or secondhand tales. These are first-hand encounters from ordinary folks who shared their stories in interviews and online posts that are still out there for anyone to read. Before we get into the first chilling account, I want to say something important. If you've ever had your own unexplained encounter, whether it was with the Brown Mountain lights or anything else that left you staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., I want to hear it. Seriously, email me at the.unexplained.encounters@gmail.com. I read every single message, and the best stories might even make it into a future video. The first story still gives me chills every time I read it. Debbie Glover shared it in a 2014 interview with Our State magazine. She was at Wiseman's View with her sister, grieving their mother. Suddenly, a ball of energy the size of a basketball rose straight up from the gorge below. It came right at them, stopping just 10 feet away. Debbie said it had a yellowish glow with an aura around it. No heat, no smell. Everyone started backing up in pure panic. She swore the orb hovered there like it was studying them, like it knew they were there. Then it dropped back down into the gorge and vanished. Imagine that, grieving on a quiet overlook, and something comes out of the dark to look you in the eye. Debbie and her sister stood frozen, hearts pounding, knowing they had just been seen by something that shouldn't exist. Another witness felt the same intelligent stare. In the early 1950s, Ron Swafford and his family were at a local overlook when the lights appeared. Ron told Our State magazine they didn't just float, they put on a show. Some rose straight up, others split in two and went in different directions. One light actually seemed to notice the family watching and started moving straight toward their car. Ron said the air got heavy, like something was pressing down on them. They locked the doors and drove away fast, but the light followed for a short distance before peeling off into the trees. That night changed how they looked at the mountains forever. But some people didn't get to drive away. In 1982, Morganton resident Tommy Hunter was at the Highway 181 overlook with 6 other people. He looked over the edge and saw a ball of light hovering right there. According to his account, reported in Carolina Country magazine and corroborated by the group on the Appalachian Americans Facebook group, Tommy reached out and touched it. The second his finger made contact, a jolt shot through him like he'd stuck his hand in a live light socket. His whole body seized. The light surged brighter for a split second, then dropped away. Tommy walked away shaken, but alive. 6 witnesses backed up every word. Imagine reaching out to something glowing in the dark, and it reaches back with electricity. That story makes my skin crawl every single time. Paranormal investigator Joshua Warren has seen the lights multiple times over 20 years. In interviews with Our State and on his own channel, he described one childhood sighting where the orb didn't just float past, It climbed up through the trees and stopped, hovering right in front of the family car. Joshua said the light felt aware, like it was watching them watch it. On later trips as an adult, he experienced the same thing again and again. The lights would move when he moved, pause when he paused. One night, the orb got so close he felt dizzy, like it was pulling at him. He's convinced something intelligent is out there in the dark, and it notices when you're afraid. Then there's the car-following encounters that make you never want to drive those mountain roads at night again. Multiple witnesses have posted about lights that locked onto their vehicles. One family in the 1960s, reported in local papers and referenced in later investigations, said a bright orb appeared in their rearview mirror and matched their speed for miles, even when they sped up or slowed down. When they pulled over in terror, the light stopped too, hovering just behind them.
They floored it and the light followed until they reached town. The driver later said he felt it was playing with them, like a predator toying with prey. The most unsettling story might be Ralph Lales. In 1965, the furniture salesman published his own account, later discussed on Mysterious Universe and in local folklore collections. The lights led him to a hidden cave. Inside, he claimed the orbs communicated with him telepathically. One light came so close it felt like it was inside his head. He described a brown center with 3 feelers protruding and a booming voice in his mind. The encounter left him terrified and changed forever. Whether you believe every detail or not, he stuck to his story for the rest of his life, and the terror in his voice when he retold it is unmistakable. More recent accounts are just as frightening. In October 2020, a Redditor on Appalachia described being at the Overlook on Halloween night. The lights rose, then suddenly turned and moved straight toward the group. The air got thick. Everyone felt watched. One orb got so close the man said he felt a pull in his chest, like it was trying to draw him forward. They all ran back to their cars in panic. Another witness in the early 1960s, quoted in the Charlotte Observer, said a bright light came so close he was struck with overwhelming dizziness and nausea. It made a sizzling sound and felt like it was pressing on his mind. He barely made it back to his car. These aren't made-up tales. These are real people, mothers, fathers, kids, locals, who went to see a pretty light show and ended up feeling hunted in the dark. My final story is one that is personal for me. My great-grandparents lived close to the Brown Mountain Lights, and their story has been passed down through the generations. On numerous occasions, they saw what they described as a fireball go through their house. A bright, round, orb-like fireball that would vanish as quickly as it appeared. However, these couldn't have been actual fireballs because there was no entry or exit point in their house. They vanished straight through the walls. So what are the Brown Mountain Lights really? Science still points to reflections or gas. But how do you explain lights that notice you, follow you, touch you, and make you feel like prey? The witnesses all say the same thing. When that glow starts moving toward you, you don't question what it is anymore. You just run. If one of these stories sent a shiver down your spine, imagine being the one who lived it, standing there as something that shouldn't exist decides to come see you up close. If you've had your own encounter anywhere in the world, email me at the.unexplained.encounters@gmail.com. I read every single one. Your story could be in the next video. Thanks for watching Unexplained Encounters. If these real accounts left you checking the windows tonight, share with a friend, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next true nightmare. Stay curious out there, and whatever you do, if you see a light rising in the dark, don't let it see you looking back. See you in the shadows.